don't tell anybody that I went and bought a simulator. And now I have the fun work of changing this into a practice area. It's going to be an adventure for sure, because I don't know where I'm going to put everything. But you're going to get to see the cool results here, just like that. To this is the phase 1 ending, right? Because what I wanted to show is what's real, right? This isn't some beautiful studio for YouTube, right? This is my garage. This is a real garage. I'm not clearing everything out, making it perfect. This is what it will truly look like in your garage. So let's take a closer look. All right, so welcome to Chasing the Tour Learning Center. The first thing that I did was I mounted a 32-inch HDMI 4K TV on a stand. And this is a great stand. I'll put it down in the comments below. But has a place for the keyboard. I've actually mounted a speaker because when I play TGC 2019, it actually has surround sound with birds chirping and all this cool stuff. But what my goal in showing you this video is what is needed, right? What's the bare minimum? So I still have my room for my workout stuff. I have places for storing all of my stuff. And the next project I have is, you'll see these two big boxes. That is going to be for hanging storage from above the garage door. The garage door can fully open and fully close, and it's big enough for these yellow tins here that hold most of my stuff. So that will be a video that you guys can watch and get some more information on. What I do want to lay out is a couple of things. One, this mat is from Gung Ho Golf, and it is absolutely amazing. I did not go cheap on the mat because I knew the long range plans, and I've had mats before where it actually hurts your wrist to hit balls. And so what this has on it is, they call it the Holy Grail. And as you can see, when I actually am at impact, it actually goes down. It's kind of hard to see. So it actually pushes down, so it's like actually hitting into the turf. So to give you an exact perspective on what kind of distance we're talking about, let's do some measurements. All right, from the ball, right now where it's at, to the garage door, I'm looking at just a little over 8 feet. And what I try to do is I actually try and hit from different spots on the mat, just to make sure I don't continually hit in one spot and kind of wear it out quicker. The beauty of this insert is it actually does come out, so I can take it out and flip it around, and I got a whole new fresh side to hit on. So even with the 8 feet, the SkyTrak, the thing about it is there is no concern about how much room you have. And that's one of the reasons I lean towards it, as well as just the ease of use. When I tried both of them out, it just felt better. I don't really have a good reason. So Gung Ho Golf, when I went there, they're actually out of Austin, which is where I'm at. And they had both simulators running at the same time, so they could switch back and forth between the SkyTrak and the Mevo Plus. And I just leaned towards this one a little bit more, and I'm glad I did. And I'll give you a demo more on the software later, but the purpose behind this video is to show you, what is it really take as far as space, right? So the thing that I like about this is with my swing, I could actually get away with, even with my driver, having it as close as 5 feet. The biggest thing that you're going to really have to take into consideration is going to be your ceiling. And I'll show you what I mean. So my ceiling, from floor to roof, is 9 feet. So you don't have to have a super tall ceiling, but the thing you do have to consider is where this bad boy is, right? And so it really kind of hampers you a little bit. The other thing you have to consider is this guy right here and where that's going to end up. And I'm not talking about the painting tray, I'm talking about that. So one of the things that I do try and consider is who's going to be coming over to play, right? So like I'll have like my larger friends that's, you know, Mason's probably about a good 5 inches taller than me. So I'm really considering, you know, when he swings in here, because it's not just for me. I want to be able to have my friends come over. We can actually play on the TGC 2019, which is really cool. As well as my son. And with my son coming over, I made the choice to get this little box. So the SkyTrak actually fits inside this box, but what this box does, as close as it is with the ball, and you can see that little red dot, which is what you're supposed to actually put the ball on, is my son can shank it right into that bad boy and it's not going to hurt it at all. There's no way for the ball to get to the SkyTrak at all. It's totally protected, which means my investment's protected. So the other side of this is from the ball to the hitting area, I've got 6 feet. And actually with the specs, I can get even closer than 6 feet. But that gives me a nice range to comfortably hit into and not worry about hitting anything. And it also, you don't want to be terribly close to your net, because I've used nets before, and the closer you are and the more accurate you are to hitting, the faster you'll actually go through your nets. So let's test this out and just see what it looks like. I'm not worried at all. I've been hitting in here for about 2 months and feel very comfortable. And so just hitting an 8-iron is as simple as that. Now, let's see what the results are. I'll show you the results here in a second. This is the coolest thing. So that was a little bit of a fade. Only hit at 141. The cool thing about this is online you can get these tees that just sit on top. Usually these are actually fit to go underneath through a hole, but I just put them right on top, and you can put it an inch behind where the red dot is. Don't hold your breath like I did the first several times of swinging this bad boy, because it's just so big you can get scared, right? So you just have to hold your ears because it is not quiet. Now that's the bounce back that I get from having it so close, and I'm okay with that because it actually gets it back in my hand. It's easier to tee up and hit again. What are the results, Jeff? Oh, let's see, carry 251, total distance 272. Considering that was the first drive, I'm okay with that. Only 11 yards on the left. Let's show you real quick. So this is the software. Let's see if I can replay that for you. Okay. So basically that is what you're seeing after you hit. It gives you an indication of what the flight is, and that's all the results. I only had 90. Wow, 272 with a 90 club head speed. That's pretty good. Ball speed's 139, which is high for average, but I try and stay a little bit higher up there. But the point is, being able to see this is great. Some of the cool things that you can do that I do like to get into is this practice area. You go to greens, and this has this little hidden switch to randomizer that I've showed my friends, and a lot of times they didn't see it. But what this will do is you can say what's the minimum distance and what's the maximum distance, and you can click apply with a medium. So you have easy greens, medium greens, and hard greens. I'm more of a medium guy. That's just how I roll. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said. So basically it's 45 by 35 yards. I can hit apply, and what this is gonna do now is it's gonna tell me, okay, 122 to the pin, and that is my goal of hitting. So this is absolutely the best part for me, for me, right? Because I'm trying to learn how to play all my all my yardages, right? Because you can sit here and you can hit clubs whatever you want for however long you want, but when it actually gets into, okay, give me a distance, this is giving me 122, so I'm gonna get my pitching wedge, I'm gonna pull back on it a little bit, see what I did? Oh no, I pulled it. Still hit it, 125. This is game changer. So one of my other friends, Mike, he got this right before I did. Went from, I think his handicap was, when I started 11.1, I think he was hovering in the 12, 13 range. He dropped to a 3.5. I think, Mike, you can correct me if you watch this in the comments below. I think you dropped in 2.5, 3 months to a 3.5. That's how big of a game changer this is. I'm serious, this is the greatest thing for my game. Next one's 70 yards. I've got time. I'll hit another one, 70 yards. So that actually, that's one of the things that I've worked on, is hitting shorter distances, because I would rather take my 70 yard, lob wedge is full on 70, right? So I got a 62 degree, but I would rather take a 3/4 swing, which puts that at my sand wedge, which is my 90 yard club. So let's see if I can do it. Stick it on the red dot, make sure the label is towards it, because it takes 2 pictures and calculates based off the pictures and comes up with all of the stats. Do it. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Oh, that may be the closest I've ever gotten to the pin. That was awesome. So, I'm telling you guys, this thing will change your game. You will get better yardages. After having this for, I think, 2 weeks, I played in a tournament, and the guys I played with said, I have never seen someone with a short game like you got. Well, not short game, with wedges. They're like, your wedge game is awesome. And I thanked them, and just appreciated, the time that Gung Ho Golf worked with me. They did take about an hour and a half of their time, worked with me on getting this mat, because I wanted to walk out with one. I'm not very good at being patient. So kudos to Gung Ho Golf, and hit me up with any questions you have. This is a great opportunity for you. The only big investment was this mat. I spent $500 on the mat, but that is with the insert, which will save your hands, and it is so worth it. You can go buy a mat for $200, $300. I'm just telling you, you will start to feel it in your hands and your wrists and your elbows, it's worth the investment. Here's where I would invest money. The net itself I got from Target. It's a Callaway. Now the one thing I will say is it came with this cute little Target thing, total waste. And here's why. You see how my balls are kind of discolored? It's from hitting the Target. And I don't like that. And I didn't like how it interacted. I would rather go through a couple nets a year and not have that Target on there. Let me know what you think. Obviously, click subscribe. Join me on this journey. And the next one's going to be really cool with my indoor simulator, because I am doing the full-on screen. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited to try it out and to show you guys what that ends up looking like, because I'm not saying I went overboard on it, because there are some really cool simulators out there that guys did with rooms, but for the price, what I've done is super cool, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. We'll see you later, and as always, just keep it findable.